Hey guys, want to do a quick shout out to a supplier that's been helping me a lot with this DT50 project. It's Silva Shop, and the gentleman's name is Daniel Silva. And I'm going to drop his WhatsApp and also his email. If you are looking for DT50 parts, you're in the US or you're over in Europe, this is the guy, this is the place. He's a real person, gone out his way to get these to me, and I had just a great experience. So he will work with you and get you what you need. He's reputable, and it's been just amazing. So check him out, Silva Shop, and the web address is silvashop2021.com. Truly best place to find these parts and the best person to work with. Everyone, Darius at Off-Road Universe got a little bit of an update for you on the DT50 project. Remember, this is the bike pulled from the family barn, and it was sitting for about 20 some plus years. The reason I saved her is I've always loved the bike, and also the bottom end was perfect. We just had really low compression. So what I ended up doing, if you remember, the motor was absolutely a mess, dirty, filthy, disgusting. Cleaned everything, checked, the tolerances. Everything looks good. We've got, no play here. We're just absolutely nice and tight. So what I ended up doing was just getting the clutch cover off. So I'm going to repaint that. I've also got the other ignition side cover and chain countershaft sprocket cover off. We're going to be repairing and repainting that. So we've also gotten the cylinder repainted. I did this myself, and it looks, I think, really good. Also put some muriatic acid in there. We had a lot of just corrosion, and I did kind of an amateur hone job on this baby, and worked pretty well. I don't know if y'all can see some of the rings there, but it's a little bit, so we're good. This is no longer, glazed or smooth or anything like that. So we've got that going. And in terms of some other things I'm doing, I am going to already have removed the Yamaha oil pump that comes with these things. I'm, of course, going to put the cover back, but I'm going to just be mixing straight pre-mix. I'm not going to take a chance on a 30-some-year-old oil pump. Just not going to do it. So that is all moving forward. Some of the stuff we have to do is just like repainting parts and things like that. And I am waiting on the piston rings, which are going to be the OEM 40 mil, and we're going to just reinstall everything and get that motor buttoned up. And right now I'm working on a little bit of the triple clamps. I'm going to be cleaning these up. I think y'all saw in an earlier video, I did polish up, or actually just kind of satin finish up these fork legs. So I'm waiting on some fork boots. Kind of hard to find the right match. So I've got another set that will probably be on the way soon. And let me show y'all what's going on over here with the wheels. If I had pictures of these things before, they were just absolutely disgusting. I didn't, unfortunately, take pictures. I just kind of wanted to move out of that phase, not remember it or think about it too much. So I ended up going in and removing all the rust from the wheels, removing all the rust from the spokes, and a little bit of CLR, a little bit of the wire wheel, a little bit of some metal polish, and they look great. So we've got some Shinko 244s on here now. This is the other side. And I do have a video I'm going to upload on how I removed the dents in the front tire. It's not perfect. I've got a little bit here, dents in the front wheel. I've got a little bit here to do. But basically, I'll show you guys the video, but I'm going to tell you, be careful. This is not a fail-safe way to do this, and you can bend your axle. So you want to make sure you do not have this axle come out very far. You want to just get right on the edge, and you want to put the jack right on this lock nut. Okay, very, very careful. And don't go too far. Just play with it. You could even take the tire off and use some heat. So I'll splice in that video now so you can see it. But other than that, we're getting the paint off the clutch cover. And what else? We got the seat. I think I talked with y'all about that, the seat cover. We got a tank that is from an 88. And this is going to be the color scheme is going to be the very cool black and yellow. So you can see some big dents in this. I'm going to have to strip this down. I'm going to have to go in and do the Bondo and icing and make it as smooth as possible. And I have a gentleman overseas working on some replacement graphics for this. So as I've dug around, there are no kits, Nobody has taken on this Midnight Special DT50 color scheme, so he's going to be the first. And then I'll be able to basically get all that done. I've got plastics coming from Portugal, etc., etc. So we're slowly moving along, guys. It's going to be good. I really feel it's going to be good. And yeah, this is just sitting on the Suron. These are the pit replicas, and they really do nice work. I mean, the lettering is fantastic, perfect. They're, of course, you know, cut and stitched, so they're going to be easier to fit. And that's the way they came from Yamaha on this particular model. So I'm all good with that. I can't stand the one-piece ones that are just so hard to get on. So let me patch into how I got the big dings out of this rim, because they were pretty bad. And I have a little more to do, but again, be careful with this method. I'm not saying it's perfectly fail-safe. You could bend your axle. So just remember, if you are not careful, you could wind up in some trouble. All right, here's the video. Hope you like it, and be cautious. And if you like these kind of videos, you want to watch the DT50 update, hit like and subscribe. Guys, so we've gotten the dents out of the other side, so I feel confident that I can show y'all the opposite side. And, you know, I think this is a fantastic method to do this. I have not seen this anywhere online. So y'all let me know what you think, but watch how this works. And I'm going to show you, as you can see, there is a bit of a flat spot here. Somebody just, you know, hit a curb, right? So the biggest challenge is keeping this. All right, guys, real quick, I want to do a voiceover here. What I would suggest doing is, because you don't want that axle to slip out, because the further it slips out, the more leverage you're going to put on the axle, which could create the bend. On the other side, if you can, I would basically wrap the axle in a rag and then use some handheld vice grips to keep it from sliding out, because as that jack is pushing on the wheel, the axle wants to slide out. But if you can clamp it down without damaging your bike, that'll keep it from actually slipping out. Okay. Grooves cut into them, or at least this one does, and that's really great because it hooks into this right angle or so right on the rim. So watch what happens. We're gonna do this. Just tell me if you see it. Okay, I'm going. Now if it does pop out or move, which I feel like it is, we're gonna have to do it again. But you will get, just kind of like pipe dent repair, you will get that dent pushed out ever so gradually. Now here's where we are. We obviously got a lot of pressure on the axle. We don't want to overdo it, but now look at this. Do y'all see the difference? Okay. Looks like it's gone. There's a point where obviously you don't want to keep going, but all right, that's about it. All we're going to do is we are going to undo this. Loosen all that tension. Okay. So take a look at that. Compare that to the other frame where this thing was basically bent. Now, is it perfect? No, it's not perfect. But it definitely is a method that will work really well, and I think for most people should work great. Now, the other thing I did real quick was I did loosen these spokes up, obviously, because we want to have that ability to put some play in. But, you know, if it's bent and nobody tightened up the spokes, then you probably already have that play. There's a little bit of a spot here I could see where I could keep working this. But all in all, I mean, it is way better than it was.